Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Hope Shot, man. I'm feeling pretty good tonight, man. We did some epic stuff today, and I'm pretty happy with the way everything turned out. It was really cool, man, to have everybody come in, and we're gonna wing it tonight. We didn't have anybody for tonight for Addiction to Success. It's been pretty busy over here, so we're gonna just talk, man. And if you guys have any questions you want to ask, any topics you want to talk about, shoot them in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys have anything really.
Clarity.
Give me a minute.
All right.
Allie has 90 days. Yeah.
I do forget. So thank you, Nate.
I wasn't being mean about it.
No.
Good. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Allie, on 90 days.
Congratulations.
Epic day for you too. I see. Caesar, the clarity statement, so we get this thing
packed. Absolutely. I just want to point out, no big deal. Me and Nate have the same shirts on. It's
me and Kelly.
It's no big deal. We're rocking the pastels. Don't worry about us.
Yeah. Real men wear pastels.
Here we go.
Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
I feel like we gotta get that like synced up so that there's a part of it that we all say
just
together.
Get there.
Like, thank you for just get there. That sounds like the right part. It's easy.
All right, you got that? She has spoken.
Just get there.
It's like we are the Hope Shot deal earlier. We got to get that synced up. You know what I mean?
It's a synced up kind of day.
Yeah, it's synced up, man. We love it. What's up, Sherry? Welcome back. Hey, beautiful people. We got Jessica on here. What's up, Jessica? It's hump day. We got Helen on here. What's up, Helen? And Stephanie. What's up, Stephanie? Like I said, man, we're just winging it. If you guys have any topics, are those the new Hope? Yes, they are the new Hope Shot shirts. And Allie's probably going to, and I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. It has been busy over here. We've had meetings and just all kinds of stuff, town halls and all kinds of stuff. And I am trying my best. I promise. I'm going to get my stuff together.
Videos.
And Justin went on the news yesterday.
Hey, Tom, why don't you guys talk about the video today? Talk about what's going on with what we did today. What did we do today? Caesar.
Go ahead. Caesar.
I muted, sorry.
She muted me, so
quick.
I was cut off. So today was epic. We got with a company called JL Video to produce a promotional video, and literally a dozen businesses from our community came together to show their support for people in recovery and for the Hope Shot. And everybody did a little testimonial on camera. We all got together in our area, and I mean, there was drone footage. It was really cool, for the people that are on here that hear us talk about our stories and where we came from, to have big name businesses in our community supporting us, and, a full production company out there in drones. I mean, it was.
Don't forget the drones, man.
It was a big deal,
It's a big deal. Those drones.
It was a really big deal, and it's a big deal to see the kind of support that we have from our business community, small business, large business,
sheriff's office,
like all these people coming together to support people in long-term recovery. And it's absolutely incredible that we live in a day and age that we're actually seeing the stigma be decreased, that we're actually seeing people's perception of people in recovery bettering. And it's incredible.
I think that is, to me, so I've been in the field for about 7 years now in the specifically recovery field. I won't tell you how long I've been in social work, but when
20 years.
When we first started, huh?
17 and a half years.
So anyway, when we first started with the stop, I can't talk. When I first started in this particular field, and we were doing, policy work to help people in recovery live, healthy lives and create policies, that help people find recovery and recovery friendly policies. The way that the recovery community was talked about is we have just come so far since then. I mean, I think people always knew that, I don't know, that like it wasn't exactly right, but to see them actually embrace it and actually come together with us and see how the stigma is lessening, and see how on that town hall, Justin, and seeing how, professionals were standing up and just saying, I'm in recovery, and that would have never happened even 5 years ago. We've made such progress in that.
I think that's the super cool part, because it's like something that like we just can't talk about. It's like the anonymous part, and to see it like coming out more and people not being so ashamed about it. Cause like the more we speak up about it, the more we talk about it, the better we shed light on it. And that's exactly what we need. And it's pretty cool to see. Like, and I haven't even been in this thing. Like, I feel like I fell in this thing by accident. Sometimes
it's not accident. There's no accidents, man.
Exactly. I know. This is just me talking about it, but like it's not by accident. And it's like we always say in recovery, look for the signs, and sometimes we have to be open to those facts that we can see that, because God works in our lives in mysterious ways. And this is one of them. And just how things just keep putting in place, even with recovery and doing this whole thing, it's just, I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? And to see people actually show up, those business owners didn't have to come out and freaking be a part of what we had going on.
And it was hot.
It was hot.
It was
shining. Wind was blowing. Everybody's hungry. Just got off work. They come out. They did a video with us to show support. They rallied behind us. That's what we need. So it's pretty cool. Thanks, babe.
Yeah, we've made big progress for sure.
Definitely.
If anybody has something specifically that's affecting their recovery, if you have anything that you would like to talk about tonight, please go into the comments and shoot us a topic, shoot us something that you want to hear us talk about. Because like Justin said, we came into this with no speaker for Addiction to Success tonight, and we don't want to let you down. So we came on live, and we want to be here for you. So hop on, give us an idea. And
we can do multiple questions too. If you just have a question, it doesn't have to be one specific topic, but we're just kind of going with the flow tonight. How about realize that you first had a problem and what you do to change it? Anybody want to go on that?
Nate hasn't said anything. Let's let Nate do it.
Sorry, I have dog issues.
Yeah, I do too.
So do we.
I keep getting up and down for that very reason.
So Nate,
yeah,
did you catch that?
Go ahead. What?
So did you catch the question?
How about realize that you first had a problem and what you do to change it? Huh?
You got any input?
Yeah, actually, I do.
I hope so.
It's a little. What's kind of daunting is that how long I realized I had a problem before I did something about it, and it's funny how this works. It's like I knew that I had some serious issues. I mean, like really quick off, and but there were some things that had to happen and that were completely out of my control in order for me to actually want to change it. First of all, I didn't think I was worth the change. I didn't think I deserved anything different than what I had. So for me, it was 20 plus years of just ripping and running, going to prison, coming home, doing the same things, same patterns, and but for me, there was a small window that opened when I was just desperate enough and pathetic enough and just exhausted enough, not in the physical sense, but like just in a spiritual, emotional, like just tired, and then some things happened that the our fine officers from the state of Florida intervened in my life, and yeah, like it's just some things aligned, and I was just ready, but I knew I had a problem a long time ago. It's just a matter of, I had to have some things happen for me to think I was even worthy of change, to start really doing something about it,
Mhm. All right, man. So let's see what else we got. Unless you want to go on there. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, so what do you do with your parents are using in the house, and how do you stay strong in recovery?
Justin, that's a good one for you.
Oh, that's a good one for me. I mean, listen, it's all about the people, places, and things. That's a hard one to stay in the house when people are using. If you could find a better, safe place to go, that would definitely be ideal. But if you can't, just ask them to respect your boundaries, I guess, and have a conversation. They still are your parents, so it's. But if you're not strong enough, you definitely need to find another place to stay.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
in
for
like
you in
even like
recovery.
a sober living or something. The other suggestion, it's tough. I mean, in early recovery, granted, my parents aren't, they're not in recovery and they were never addicted, but like just being in that close quarters was hard for me. And I tried to stay engaged with my local, 12-step clubhouse and go to meetings and just kind of be out a lot and being connected with the people who help build me up and make me stronger, that having some time away from that was just restorative for me. That's a tricky one, but hopefully if you keep doing the next right thing, you won't be there, for very long.
So the one thing is, like, we also have to be like, to thy own self be true, and your boundaries, what you can handle and what you can't handle. If it's something, I mean, you're asking the question, so it's something that's bothering you. So it is, you have to do and protect yourself. If you don't feel strong enough, then I would highly suggest going into sober living, like Kelly said. So why don't I don't see any more other questions, but why don't we talk about
Cody,
you see a question?
maybe my biggest problem currently is that I have a hard time accepting help going through cancer treatment. I've been pretending everything is going okay. Humbling myself to accept help has been super hard. I don't like to feel like a burden. I think we all have trouble asking for help. That's not something that comes naturally. At least it didn't for me initially.
Justin, where's Tiffany?
Yeah, come here. This is going for you.
While she's coming, keep in mind reaching out and calling people. I was always told that that's a help for them too. It gets their mind off their own stuff.
That's what I was going to say, is that, and I know, Cody, it's I always felt like I was bothering somebody, and somebody told me, if you never
Cody.
It's Cody.
Hi, Cody.
If I don't reach out to people, I rob them of the opportunity to be of service, and I rob them of an opportunity to grow in their recovery. We're all of the same mindset that we give back by helping others. So if I keep it all to myself, A, I'm hurting myself, but B, I'm robbing the opportunity of somebody else to be of service to me. My sponsor pounded it home that I had to call people every single day early on, which it's a healthy habit that now, no matter what, even when there's nothing wrong, I'm still calling people throughout the day. And sometimes they need to talk to me, and other times I'm the one that needs to barf my problems on them. But when you're in the habit of calling all the time, somebody is receiving and somebody's giving. So the whole process works. Yes, ego is tough, especially when you're already going through something else. You already feel defeated, and the last thing you want to do is burden somebody else. But you got to change your perspective and your mindset, and you've got to get with what can I do to improve my state of mind while also helping somebody else. You know, that if you look at it as you're helping somebody else, maybe that'll take away that stigma of I'm bothering somebody.
Tiffany is a good one to talk about this if
So,
you're comfortable with it, Tiffany.
Yeah, you know, backstory is Tiffany went through cancer treatment last year, and so she has some insight on this.
Yeah, I mean, really, Cody, you are experiencing. I mean, the thing is as you sit there and you don't want to ask for help. But for me personally, from my experience, I didn't want to ask for help, so we tried to make things work without asking for help, and things got messy really fast to the point where it got to Justin fed up and had to take charge of things because I was like, no, I'll do it. I'll handle it. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work somehow. And because exactly, I didn't want to be a burden, you know, but he kind of was like, listen, it's not working. You know, our life is becoming unmanageable and chaotic and messy and just, I can't, you know? And so I think Caesar hit the nail on the head, truthfully, is I had to change my perspective on thinking about the people that were rallying around us asking, do you need help? How are you? Do you need a meal? I would say, no, I'm good. Yeah, everything's good. You guys are great. Thanks for asking. When really, like you said, inside I'm falling apart and I didn't know what to do, but I was scared to ask for help because I don't want to burden anybody. When I changed my perspective to, number one, they want to help. Like they are wanting to help, and it will bring them and give them joy to allow, like if I allow them in, it gives them joy. And, you know, that's like one thing we all want to, I love helping people. Why? Because it makes me happy to help, right? So by me allowing them in to help me, I'm giving them that gift that I enjoy receiving when somebody else allows me to help them, right? And so by changing my perspective, it made it a little easier. I'm not gonna lie, it never got easy to let people help me, but it did come to the point where once I was getting the help, I was actually able to rest and not feel guilty resting because, I mean, we have to rest, you know, very well. I mean, there's no choice. You have to be able to rest in order to get better or, and so it just, changing the perspective. I mean, Caesar said it perfectly. Like, just know that they want it. They want to help you. Don't feel guilty. You're not being a burden. You being a burden would be, you know, a completely different story, but people wanting to help and you allowing them and giving them that gift. Like, it is a gift to allow somebody to help you. You know what I mean?
And another thing is, it's like when you're going to, because I remember when she was going through her treatments, she's not in the right mind. You have to let people in because like that shit screws with your brain. It screws with your mind. The chemo, like she's the most positive person you could possibly think of on the planet, at least in my planet. But in going through those treatments, man, she was going into those dark moments, and you need people to rally around you, and you have to let people in because it can consume you, and you don't want it to consume you, especially because we have to be as healthy as we can for ourselves so we can get through those treatments and get better. So I hope that helps. If I know Kelly wants to say something.
No, I was just going to say a lot of times, and I'm putting myself in this perspective, a lot of times, like, you know, when somebody's sick or, you know, somebody I love loses a loved one, I think a lot of people want to help, but don't necessarily know how. And if we say yes to something, it you know, like it's the same kind of thing. Like you give them a way to help by saying yes to a meal or to, you know, whatever it is, it gives them that.
See, Cody, I see that you said that makes, I'm the helper, always, never receiving, and see, much the same for all of us, really. And that's what makes it. And I'm reading everybody else's comments. I mean, everybody agrees we're all in that same mindset of give, help, help. And then when it's our turn, it's like, wait, what? No.
Like we don't deserve it or something.
Right. And it truly, when you change the perspective of you are giving them the gift of letting them help you, it's a beautiful thing.
It's just like Johnny told me once that like Tiffany's always wanting to give me, you know, birthday presents, Christmas presents, and I never give her anything.
It's so annoying
to get, right? And I'm robbing her of her joy. Like I'm literally robbing her of her joy because like, listen, I've always been in the mindset, like, and this is just, if I want it, I'll get it. And that's just my self-centeredness that I do that.
So annoying.
Listen, it's a work in progress, and it's so true. I never really took it in that aspect of like, I'm robbing her of her joy for me, just like when I give her stuff, it gives me joy, you
Can you
know?
remember that too, please?
I got a lot of joy when Nate gave me this shirt today. I gotta say.
See, but you won't let it. Wait, so get him a shirt with pastel colors. There you go, Kelly.
I know. I'm really feeling this pink with my skin tone. Like it's real nice.
It complements it.
And
No
what the shirt
freaking-
says is freaking awesome. I mean, it's beautiful.
Dude, I saw the shirt and I'm like, I was like, okay, I gotta get Caesar this shirt, and then I'm like, shit, I need one too, man. This thing is too dope, man.
Hey,
Somebody
Justin,
has one up there.
Yeah.
Good.
can you put
Verna
Berna
Kozad.
Kozad's comment up? I want to talk about that one.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get it. There we
About
go.
relationships.
That one?
Ooh.
Yeah.
The danger to your recovery when one enters relationships early in recovery. I had 5 months clean, jumped in a relationship, quickly became engaged, relapse, went to rehab. Ooh, that whole half person. You gonna use my line?
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
use that, but also, so for me, in early recovery, I was like a toddler. You know, like I
Still
I
are.
had to
Caesar.
learn. All right, I am a toddler. I was like a newborn. How about that? I was like a newborn. I didn't know anything about what it meant to be in recovery. I didn't know what it looked like to live sober, and I had to build a solid foundation. And that was all I could focus on because it was all consuming to me. Like I had to learn an entire new way of life. And if I took my eye off of that for a relationship, I probably wasn't going to build a very decent foundation. A new relationship takes time, effort. I'm so distracted. Anyway, takes time and effort, and a true relationship is a give and take between two people. Yes, I'm getting there, ma'am.
Oh,
So when I later on, when Kelly and I got together, we were both whole people, two whole people coming together to complement each other. The difference is she does not need me. She does not need anything that I bring to the table. She's her own person and she's fine. I don't need her. I'm a whole person. I'm self-sufficient. Together, we complement each other and we better each other. In early sobriety, recovery, whatever you want to call it, I had zero to offer anybody. And if you take one broken person and another broken person and put them together, it does not make a whole person. It makes a freaking disaster. And it's like the odds of it working out and everybody staying in recovery is low as hell. But my experience is if you're new to this, focus on this. Focus on the recovery. The relationships will come. Don't fill the void inside of you with a relationship when you need to be filling the void inside, or I needed to be filling the void inside of me with knowledge and a higher power. That's what I needed. The hole that was inside of me that I tried to fill with sex and drugs and booze turned out for me to be a God-sized hole. And the only thing that was going to fill it was me having a relationship with a higher power. The only way I got the relationship with the higher power was by sticking around people in recovery that taught me how to live and working through some things, some internal things, to where I became a whole useful person that I could be of service and be of use to someone. I would be of no use to her whatsoever if I was what I was before. I was a leech. I was useless.
And so many times too in early recovery, it's not just substances that are our issues. So many of us have codependency issues. So many, like, I mean, I can even speak for myself. I had some okay relationships before recovery, but I truly think the relationship now that I'm in with Caesar is probably the first super healthy, adult, but super healthy relationship. I would look for like salvation in people, like who could rescue me and take me away from all my, I was a runner. I ran from people, places, and things to the next people, place, and things to try to, deal with my own stuff. All right, Justin, I'm gonna shut up.
No, I was just raising my hand. So I just raise your hand, right? It just makes
Yeah,
sense.
no,
Right?
you're doing
'Cause I don't
great.
know when to go. I don't know when to go. When to go. When to go.
It's conversational. We can just kind of talk. I like this.
Yeah. So relationships, it is one of the hardest things. I mean, no matter what, we are people. We need connection. We need all of it, man. And like, I'm so used to these broken pieces of me that I bring into every relationship I've ever had. Like literally, it's like I always say it's a fucking cycle of reliving history. I'm reliving history. I'm bringing everything that I've ever had broken in me into my new relationship every single time. And it becomes this like revolving door of bullshit. And me and Tiffany, same deal. My exes before her, all that. It's just the same exact way, same exact scenario, same exact outcome. Because I'm that person that's broken. Now, as soon as I fix my brokenness, then I have something to bring to the relationship that actually has value, and it took a lot of work to actually get that value. I was not a valuable person. I had no values. I had no morals. My compass was all screwed up. I needed something to put me back on the right path, and I could use her as my freaking drug, like easy. Like she can be my new drug because like, I need you. It's like, it's such a bad and unhealthy thing if I do that. Everything in my life, I can make a drug. Literally everything.
Well, I mean, and that's where we learn in different programs. I mean, we talk about addiction will manifest itself in many other ways if we don't take care of the root of the actual problem.
And the root is
That right there. It's it sounds blunt when I say that, she doesn't need me, I don't need her. But being a whole person is kind of the whole point that we're talking about all the time. Being comfortable in our own skin, not needing somebody to make me feel okay about myself.
That's the key word. Like, we want to be in each other's lives. We complement each other. Don't get me wrong. We definitely make each other's lives better. Like, he's literally completely opposite in the yin to my yang or the yang to my yin. I don't know which part's supposed to be which, but we love being around each other, but we don't have to survive, to complete each other's, I don't know, emotional dysfunction or whatever. Like, we want, and we love each other, and we want to be together.
There's no codependency. I talk to you guys.
I like my alone time a whole lot.
She talks to you guys more during the day, and I talk to you guys more during the day than we talk to each other during the day. Because we actually have our own lives. It's freaking cool. Like in my life, I never would imagine that like we are comfortable having our own thing and nobody's jealous of it.
Oh,
and, it's like you go do roofing stuff and I'm going to do my stuff. And then I'll see you tonight, after the gym though.
Nate, what you got on this, bro?
Yeah, I was thinking there's this, speaking from my own personal experience, like there was this tendency for me to feel like I had spent 20 plus years alone, utterly like alone. Like I might have been in relationships, but like I just felt completely alone all the time. So now I sober up, I start to get some, I'm starting to feel again. And I feel like there's some entitlement. Like I deserve to have a relationship. Like I've earned the right to have a relationship. But what I don't understand is I have spent 20 plus years like just destroying my self-worth, my self-image, I'm super insecure, I'm full of fear. And when a good friend of mine tells me, Nathan, you have nothing to offer, that's a hard pill to swallow. When I heard that early in recovery, I'm thinking, so you don't think I'm worth anything? But that's not what that means. That means that before I can love anybody else, I have to figure out how to love myself, man. I didn't love myself. I didn't even know who I was. I had no idea like what I wanted really. I had no idea how to be in a selfless relationship. I had no idea how to be a friend, a brother, anything. And so when I got into this deal, I did everything wrong when it came to relationships. You know what I mean? And luckily, I was surrounded by some great guys that told me about myself, and I was able to take a look at these things and understand that I don't want to be this person that's perpetuating the same behaviors that I did when I was out there. And me running into relationships, hurting women, that means I'm doing the same things that I was doing when I was out there. And I'm left having that same empty, anxious feeling all the time. And for me, with the connection that I have to my source, I don't really have room to feel like that today. You know, there's no fucking rule telling me that I need to be in any relationship at all in any time period. I'm 4 years sober in a month and a half, and I've been single for almost 2 years, you know, because I made a decision to fucking figure out who I am and to not settle for anything other than what I feel my source wants for me. And some people think I'm crazy, you know. Some people, how do you do that? You know what I mean? And my answer is,
There we go.
How could I continue to hurt people? Yeah, thanks, Johnny. yeah. And I don't want to hurt people today, man. I don't have room in my spirit to hurt not just women, but anybody. You know what I mean? And I want something that's special, you know. And but before I can have that, oh, look at that, my sister-in-law. Oh, I love you too, man. Oh, that's great. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to know, I want to love myself. I don't need anything external I don't allow anything outside of me to define my happiness today. And that there's a freedom in this that I can't even begin to explain how powerful it is to be able to like not need anything to make me okay, you know? And so I wait.
You know, a perfect example, Nate, is you going to Puerto Rico by yourself. Okay. Yeah. Listen, us, even me, bro, I don't like doing anything by myself. All right.
Yeah.
You practice it so well that you go do stuff by yourself with yourself to find yourself. And I listen, I respect you for that, because I don't know if I could. Like, I've been with Tiffany for so long. Like, I'm a serial fucking monogamist. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
like,
sounds about right.
Yeah, like I literally, because like I don't want to be by myself. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm afraid to be by myself sometimes, but I'm not, but I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the experience like you're experiencing that. Like, you're going to take trips to find yourself, to have fun, to be free, to do what you love. I fucking love that about you, dude. I literally love that about you, and I think it's so cool.
On the flip side of that, Nate, I'm telling you, wait until you get in a relationship and that free spirit jumping on planes, and people like the other side's going to be like, what are you doing? You find a free spirited girl, Nate.
I feel like that's what's going to be placed into my life, though, you know, because you see what has happened is that for me, I've become like content with, you know, myself and being with myself. And I was terrified to be alone. You know, I was terrified to feel any types of emotions or feelings. And I was having this discussion when I was on vacation with a friend of mine, and I was telling her, I was like, you know, as much as I enjoy this, I would love to share it with somebody, you know what I mean? But I don't need to make it special, you know, and that there's a certain freedom in that I never thought. My first sponsor, when I was struggling with this, to like in the beginning of my recovery, he would tell me, he's like, Nate, go to the movies alone. And that shit sounded so ridiculous to me. I'd be like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, what do you mean? I got, you know, and yeah, I just, I don't know. I just don't want to hurt anybody, you know, and I want to be completely receptive to the possibility of something great happening. And I feel like I don't want to compromise that for anything. So
you're setting yourself up for success. I'll tell you right now, because you can't be alone. You know what I mean? You don't need anybody. You just want them there. You know what I mean? You want to have a companion, and that's super cool. And
Yeah.
Helen says I sound like her husband. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm gonna guess it's good.
Hey, I want to say hi to Virginia Baboni. She's on here. She's a friend, and she popped
What's
on.
up, Virginia?
I gave
Virginia.
We got a
her-
couple other people that say what's up too. I think I seen Veronica. What's up, Veronica? What's up, everybody? If you're just jumping on, if you guys could share this live feed, we really appreciate the support. It only takes a second. Also, I want to say this. Hey, if you guys want to join us, okay?
Oh, yeah.
If you guys want to share your story, I want to get this out there. I'm going to put it in. I'm actually going to put it in the comments. I've made it easy for you guys to sign up. If you guys want to jump on Sunday Night Lives with us and share with us, we want everyone to be a part of this. This is the Hope Shot. We are all, like, the whole thing with us is I am, you are, we are the Hope Shot. So I want, and I finally got to say it, Caesar. So there's that too. But I want,
After I left.
yeah, but I want not after you left, but I want everybody, if you guys want to come on here Sunday nights with us, or you want to share your story, if you want to share your story on Wednesday nights, we would love to have you on here. I put a document together, a form you could fill out. It's actually pinned to the top of our page where you go into that document. There's a sign up sheet for Sunday nights and there's a sign up sheet for Wednesday nights. You could put your name, put all your stuff in there, and then we could put you on the list. And we have a few people that signed up already. So thank you all for signing up. It'd be so awesome to get a different perspective, different pathways, all of it. We want all of it. So if you guys would
really
wanna
cool
be
to
on
get
here.
some different pathways. We got a first time viewer.
Hey, Melissa Klein, first time viewer. Welcome.
What's up? What's up, Melissa? I know her.
He knows you.
We got Reagan. What's up, Reagan?
Hi, Reagan.
Yes, Reagan was there. He is one of those business owners that helped us out today and showed up and been, supports us in every which way. It's super awesome.
Yeah, you know what was super cool about today? I was just thinking about this. We're at the end. We're all sitting around and we're talking to two police officers. I remember being in paralyzing fear about police officers and thinking like they were all out to get us. It was all a conspiracy. They just wanted to put us in jail. Like I had all these polluted conceptions of like the system and the police and whatnot. And, what a great discovery to see these people, very human, just trying, like sacrificing their time just to help us, and people like us that been where we've been. It's, and to be a part of that conversation today, it's crazy, the evolution and to be able to be on the other side of it and see the very mechanisms that I felt were confining me or preventing me from finding whatever I thought I was supposed to find are the very ones that are really putting in work to try to save lives, man. It's pretty neat to be a part of that.
And Nate, what a shift in perspective that we were some of their biggest problems and now we are some of their biggest assets. It's
surreal, man.
It's absolutely amazing. And I will shout this out. Shout out to Pasco County Sheriff's Department for being progressive and open to growth and open to decreasing stigma and seeing that you can't arrest your way out of it, but recovery can lessen it. That they'd rather spend their time on recovery than arresting, because everyone that's on this screen right now knows that was never a deterrent. I knew I was going to get arrested. It was just, when am I going to get out and do it all over again? So the more people that we can get on this path with us, that's the less people they got to worry about committing crimes and locking up. So they see the value that we have, and it's incredible. It's a complete shift in the stigma.
Oh, definitely. And it's we can reach people, way better than any police officer can. But, that's where like it has to be a collaboration. It needs to be a team effort. And they're not arresting, it's cool that they're not arresting people. And they're starting to see that, you can't arrest, like Caesar said, you can't arrest your way out of it. And that's pretty cool. And, they need our help, you know.
They have a behavioral health team where they're actually getting people on the ground when they arrest somebody and getting them connected to service. You know, if it's a substance use issue that they're there for, they're immediately getting peers and getting support and
Getting Narcan out to you.
Narcan and treatment services. And the culture is really shifting because they see the value of what long-term recovery has to offer as opposed to long-term incarceration.
It's shifting. And I will say this, if you're in our county and you know someone who unfortunately overdoses, or don't be afraid of them if they come out there, because I promise you they're out there to come and try to help you and not hinder you. They're not there to arrest you. There's a law called the Good Samaritan law. If somebody overdoses and there's drugs on scene, you will not be arrested for calling 911. Like, these things are all important things that we need everybody to know. This culture shift and this stigma shift is bigger than just, the language we use and people in recovery sharing their stories. The whole culture of our county is shifting because of the work that, all of the recovery community is doing to speak up and to not be anonymous and to share our stories. Everybody knows someone affected by it, and they're there to help.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think that's one of the things coming into this and getting to meet and talk with all of the different people that we've gotten to do so with. I was so surprised to learn that the sheriff's office has literally like so many things in place to just try to help. That's all they want to do is help. They're not there coming to get you. They're not looking to just get you and be mean, or like they're literally, their hearts are in the place of, I want to help. I wish we could help. I want them to want our help. Like, they have all these different programs already that they're already like working in. And it's cool to know, like you just said, Kelly, like if you're with someone and you have drugs, but this person needs help, call, and don't be afraid of you getting in trouble, because they don't care about that. They're there to help. Like, it's because I was the same way, Nate. And like, so fearful of cops. They're just out to get me. They just want to get me. They just want my money. They just want me in jail. And come to find out, like, no, like they're humans that love and want good and help. And it's just beautiful to see and get to learn the other side of.
They have a recovery pod in the jail now too, where they're implementing recovery programming and meetings. And even if if people are arrested, there's a whole recovery pod now. They're building out that program. That's one of the things that Billy's doing with the sheriff's office. So
I was actually a product of that. I when they first started it, and what's cool is I spent from 1999 to 2015, I spent 14 years in prison because the system, there was like a crack in the system, and I wasn't a criminal. I was a guy that just ran out of drugs. You know what I mean? That was it. And I couldn't, maybe I didn't want the help, but there was really nobody offering it to begin with. And what is pretty neat is, in 2018, I was able to, finally, when this shift started to really take hold, I got to, be a part of that shift and finally receive treatment. And look at that. This is a clear example of the benefits of this shift, because, I spent the better part of almost 2 decades in prison, and the first time it might not be just because this time they offered me help. I might not have been ready if they offered me help before. But what I'm saying is this, is instead of sending me to prison, they sent me to treatment. And here I am. You know what I mean? What a blessing. To be a part of that I was actually a product of that change of culture. And I'm grateful for it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's really cool, man, what we're doing here. And just to let everybody know, I did pin that post. If you guys want to sign up to be on our live feed, we're going to be doing, there's a sign up for Sundays and there's a sign up for Wednesdays. But yeah, I think it's really cool what we're doing here in our community as well, with the sheriff's office, with everybody involved. I think it's really cool. So I guess It's 45 minutes in. You guys good?
And is there anybody else that has any other questions? I thought I might have seen something else. I'm sorry, you guys. We have major dog issues over here, for one. And for two, one of my dogs hears Otis every time. Or Otis hears him every time. Hears Nate every time. I'm looking at the comments. Otis hears Nate every time he talks and freaks out because he loves Nate. So this is
Nate
like
hears
creating
Otis.
chaos.
All right. Now I don't see any more questions, so let's wrap it up. So thank you guys so much for being here, for listening to us, for watching us. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate the support always and showing up every week. Like I said, if you guys want to jump on here with us, man, we'd love to have you on. There's a sign-up sheet. Just put your information, and then we'll put you on. We'll get you guys on the Sundays, or if you guys want to share your stories on Wednesdays, there's either or. Just let us know. Sign up. We'd love to have you guys on. And as far as the shirts go, I promise I'm going to get my crap together. I swear upon it. We have the shirts. We have, Tiffany's wearing the white. I'm wearing the gray. We're going to get it together. I promise. Don't hate me.
We love you all, every single one of you, just so you know. Like, seriously, we enjoy you just as much as you enjoy us.
Definitely. So catch us this Sunday, 8 p.m. live right here on the Hope Shot. We're going to do our topics, as always, to get ready for the week ahead. Join us live. Love you guys. Good night.
Love you guys.